those who aren't married?
I haven't seen that report. I can't comment.
Well,
Look at the law.
Well, it's all over the place. A proposed new law, a Telegraph, will make it illegal for couples who live in different homes to meet for an indoor romantic liaison and stay overnight during lockdown. In other words, it's going to be illegal to do what the government's chief modeller was doing.
Well, you know, there are those stories, and then there's stories about what China is doing in Hong Kong, what China did to cover up this story in the first place.
We'll come to what China's doing. We'll come to what China's doing. I'm more interested in whether you think it's right that couples, unless they're married and living together, or they can be unmarried and living together, that couples, it's going to be illegal, according to the government, to meet for an indoor romantic liaison. For anybody.
You're reading something out of a newspaper, which I haven't seen.
No, it's proposed. It's a proposed
Well, it's a proposed new law. You're a Tory MP, and you're speaking on behalf of your party today. I'm just curious what you think of it.
Right, in respect to the fact that I haven't seen that particular report, nor read the article. So
okay, but what do you think?
I've just told you. I've just told you what it is.
Right, and I haven't read the report, and I haven't.
What's your reaction? What's your reaction to it?
I haven't read the report and I haven't seen the article. How many times do you want to ask me the same question?
I've just read you the article.
I haven't read the report. I'm not going to give you a spontaneous answer. For all I know, this is taken out of context.
Christopher Hope. Well, Christopher Hope. This is the Daily Telegraph, the paper that Boris Johnson used to work for. Christopher Hope, their chief political correspondent. A proposed new law will make it illegal for couples who live in different homes to meet for an indoor romantic liaison and then stay overnight during the coronavirus lockdown. It's going to be a law proposed by the Conservative government. You're a Tory MP. So that's what the proposal is. I'm just asking what your reaction is.
Well, I'll take away and think about it. But could I suggest that maybe that you bump Robert Peston off the coronavirus briefing this evening, and you can ask whoever is taking that briefing that direct question?
Well, I just find you're being very sort of disinterested in something that would actually have a massive effect on people in this country. It's basically saying unless you're living with somebody or married to somebody and living in the same home, you will not be allowed by law to go and meet other people and have sex with them. It's really what this law is about. That's an extraordinary intrusion and invasion into people's lives, isn't it?
And criminalisation of it.
I don't doubt any of that. You're not respecting the facts, and you wonder why MPs, ministers don't come on your shows. You've asked me the same question a number of times, and I've given you the same answer, yet you're still asking the same question.
Well, I'm asking the question because it's going to affect millions and millions of British people. The fact you haven't bothered to read the papers yet is not my problem, is it?
No, I've been here since 6 in the morning in my office waiting to come on to see you.
Well, why didn't you spend some of that time checking what was in the news, given you're doing an interview on a news programme? It's what basic people would do, isn't it? I mean, you can get all high and mighty with us by the fact you haven't read this story, but millions of our viewers have woken up to a revelation that the British government is going to make it illegal for people to meet in each other's homes and stay overnight and have sex with each other. That seems to me an extraordinary story, worthy, if I may say so, with great respect to you, of your attention and interest as a Conservative MP, a member of a party which is going to instill this on people, isn't it? I mean, I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
That's for the Minister to respond to. It really isn't a story, given my portfolio and my interests, that I'm really going to be looking at first thing in the morning when I get up to come on the Good Morning Britain show.
OK, well, if I was advising any Tory MP doing a show in the morning on breakfast television for anyone, I would just say, check what's in the news, because you might get asked about it. I'm sorry for asking you about what's in the news. I can only apologise. Let's go to Andrew Pearce. Andrew, let me ask you for your reaction to that story, because it's one of those stories that pops up, and when you read it, you're like, sorry, what?
And to establish, of course, this is because the government has banned gatherings of 2 or more people in private spaces. When they eased the lockdown, we wondered whether grandparents could see their grandchildren, family members could see each other. Yes, you can, at a distance of 2 metres and outside. And then, of course, people said, of course, that means that there's a ban on 2 people meeting closer than 2 metres indoors. Ergo, a sex ban.
It's ridiculous. It's a complete joke. I like Tobias very much. I don't know why Tobias just doesn't use the word ridiculous. Apart from anything else, apart from being ridiculous, how are they going to enforce
I'm happy to say it's ridiculous. But you
Good,
know,
there we are. There we are.
Well, there you are. You
See,
just
I get
answered
to
the question
point.
you've refused to answer for 10 minutes.
It-
Why didn't you just
no,
say it to
not
start
at
with?
all. It's just you're spending so much time on such a matter which, on the face of it, does look ridiculous. But you don't respect the fact that if I've not, read into the story, I can't spend. We've just spent 5 minutes on a story which
You've
really
just answered
is
the question
ridiculous.
that I asked you 10 minutes ago. The reason that you didn't want to answer was you hadn't read the story, which I read to you 4 times. I mean, I don't know what more I can do to help you. You hadn't read it. I read it to you. Well, you hadn't read it, Tobias. I read it to you 4 times. You've now just answered Andrew Pierce's comment that it's ridiculous.
Well, I think it was
took
probably
Andrew
my
Pierce.
it was
It
my
took Andrew Pierce to get it out.
explanation.
We now have
My explanation.
Tory MP Tobias Elwood says sex ban is ridiculous. No, it's not that hard, is it?
Yeah, exactly, and that's your headline. That's what you want to take away from
I don't
this.
want anything,
And
Tobias, other than what you think
Yeah.
about a government law that's
It
coming
is.
in.
You want your wow moment. That's what you want. That's what you want to achieve when
I
people
would
come
like
onto
the
your show.
programme to be as news-breaking as it can possibly be. Tobias
No, listen,
Elwood
we've
says
gone-
sex
we've
ban
gone
is ridiculous.
round and
Is a
round
good
in
headline.
circles.
Andrew,
The problem is, of course, people can't have that wow moment, and that's why we're discussing it.
exactly. And Susanna speaking from personal experience here.
No, I'm
how
saying
is
that
this-
that's what thousands of people must be
But actually,
feeling this
actually,
morning.
Andrew, there's a serious point to this.